Mishpatim lists and includes many, many mitzvot. I would like to focus on just one. The pasuk says, "Im kesef talveh et ami, et ha'ani ve'amecha." If you are to lend money to your friend and to the poor man in your nation. The commentators all ask, why is the pasuk phrased this way? Why does it mention it as a suggestion? If you are to donate charity, is it not a moral obligation? Is it not a mitzvah to give tzedakah? Indeed, the Rambam in his Sefer Mitzvot counts the mitzvah of tzedakah as one of the 613 commandments in the Torah. How then, or why, is the mitzvah in this case written as a suggestion if you give tzedakah? The Maharal shares a very insightful and important message. And he explains that tzedakah in this case is mentioned as a suggestion in order to teach us that we should give tzedakah not out of an obligation, not because we've been commanded, but out of a recognition of our moral responsibility and basic humane responsibility one to another. The question that arises, why this mitzvah specifically? Why not the mitzvah of not to kill? I believe the message is very important and very clear. There's no other mitzvah which better clarifies our place as individuals in the world than the mitzvah of tzedakah. No other mitzvah teaches us that we are not about being an individual disconnected from the community. We are part of a community, we're part of a greater whole. We don't live just for our egotistical self, but we live for everyone and for all of mankind. A person can come home from work, look at all the money he's earned and say, listen, I've worked hard for it, I don't have to concern myself with anyone else. The mitzvah of tzedakah tells us that we're part of mankind. And the message that the Torah wants us to come to, the cognizance that the Torah wants us to come to, is the understanding that we're part of this greater whole, and to emphasize, to sympathize, and to deeply care about the sorrow and the pain of others. I want to conclude with just one story. My father-in-law tells a story that he was walking with his father, the righteous Reb Chaim Yaakov Levin, son of the tzaddik, Rabbi Ari Levin. They were walking down the street in New York, father and son, when they saw poor men, Nebuch, begging for money on the street. My father-in-law asked his father, Abba, Daddy, what are they doing here? Why are they sitting on the street? And the father replies to the son, son, unfortunately they have no money and they're asking for money. The son said, Abba, I'm davening to Hashem that He'll give me a lot of money and I'll be rich. Why, son? Why do you want to be rich? Asked the father. I want to be rich so that I'll be able to give money to the poor. Reb Chaim Yaakov smiled at this and replied to his son, if you really cared so much about the poor, then you would daven to Hashem that He would give them money, not that He would give you money. The message, I believe, is very clear and very potent and very special, in fact. We want to have money so that we'll be able to give. How much can we get to be able to be more able to give to others? How much can we live in this world without being our egotistic selves? How much are we able to open our eyes and open our hearts to the others? That's the message that the Torah is trying to teach. If we are to give charity, we need to open up our eyes and hearts, not because we're commanded to, but because it's our existential responsibility. It defines us as humanity, to recognize that we're part of a greater whole. Shabbat Shalom.